Hello and welcome to Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures, and as you can see, the growing frame is once again back to how it was before the storms. I've yet to put my flag back up. That was another victim of the storm, but it will go. In fact, it's quite happy there, fluttering away. In my hand I have the bulbs that I've taken out of the ground earlier on in the season once they were over, and now I'm going to clean them all up and plant them. So join me inside the greenhouse as I explain what's next here on Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. See you in a moment. Ta-da. Hello and welcome to inside the greenhouse. It's nice in here, actually quite nice and warm. Well, we do have the heater on under, of course, my cauliflowers, and they're doing pretty well. Let me just go across. Oh, here we go. And look at that. They've got heat underneath, and they're doing really well. They're not being forced at all, and well, they're growing pretty strong. And well, look at that, the cheeky little monkey. I've not noticed that. I've got a little slug in there. That's gonna go outside, far away from my plants. Well, let me put those ones back under there. And yes, I'll take a photograph before I pop it somewhere, well, way away from my plants down here. So what am I doing inside here? Well, here in this tray, I have my daffodils and some gladioli from earlier in the spring, and I took them out of the ground because I want to reutilise the area they were in. At the moment, that's where the leeks are on the bank, but once the leeks are done early January, then I'm going to completely renovate that area. So I wanted these out of the way, and all you do now is make sure, I mean, these have been drying for months now, you can just rub the bases and get as much of the old soil off, and these are doing really well. And what's lovely about it is they're firm, they're really solid, and that's what you want. You don't want any that's very moist in the middle. These have dried out really nicely, and what's lovely is that my gladioli bulbs have been just left in a little box, and they're starting to sprout already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop them in, yes, a plant pot, and well, add a bit of soil, cover them up, and just leave them, and they'll force themselves out of there eventually. And I've got another plant pot for the other ones. There we go, and we can pop those in like that, and well, we can have our own gladioli this year coming out of plant pots, which is rather nice. I mean, they do look rather lovely outside, but this means I can have them wherever I want. I can transplant these early on next year when they're coming up and being forced, which is rather nice. So they're done. Pop them under here because this is actually got a little bit of heat under as well, and it's all going rather nicely. Well, here I am inside my polytunnel, my little growing frame, and I've had the door closed because of the excessive winds, and it's really nice in here now. Now what's happening is, of course, all throughout the summer I had a watering system in here, and the ground was lovely and moist. Well, of course, over the last few months now there's been very little in here, and I've started to dig over, as you can see, and the soil is lovely, a beautiful colour, it smells delicious. But I now need to start thinking about the growing season next year. So I have some chicken pellets, and basically I'm just going to strewn those around, and then what I should do in a few weeks, I'm going to start watering yet again inside the growing frame. Not very much, but there we have it, and we can start manuring this area, and that'll the worms, if I could get my words out, will come and take all this lovely nutrients down into the soil, and that's where we need it, deep down, for next season. Well, what a surprise. I was just about to prune back my rose bush here, and I've got my next year's raspberry bush that needs really taking back before the winter destroys most of its growth from last year. And here I have a little rose growing in the most extreme conditions. I'll take a picture. It's absolutely delicious. Once again, thanks ever so much for watching Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures, and I'll see you here on the allotment next time. Ta-ra for now.